Children of the light, children of the day, and soldiers of the cross. I want to take you today to Exodus 3, where that's a very well known narrative of Moses tending the flock at Horeb, or Mount Sinai, for his father in law, when God appears to him in a burning bush. And we know he sees, the word says he sees the bush burning, and what catches his eye is that it just continues burning, it doesn't burn out. And as he approaches, God speaks to him, calls him by name, and says to him two things. One, do not come closer. And two, take off the shoes on your feet because you're standing on holy ground. Have you ever pondered why God said those things? Why did God tell him, you will not come closer? You will stay at a distance. You will have respect and awe for me as Creator God. Because in the ancient cultures, but even I think for our postmodern culture, somebody that's very revered and very important, you will just not walk up to and accost, or just walk up to and speak to or touch. You will never do that. You'll stay at a distance for somebody that's very, very important, or somebody you revere, because of it's a sign of respect, not just coming into someone's private space. If it's the head of a government or a royalty, there'll be security guards keeping you away. You can't come close. But even so, even more so in ancient times, um, that if somebody was revered as a king or a ruler, you would stay a distance away and never come too close. And that's what God says to Moses. You will not come too close to my presence. You will show humbleness and respect for me. You will treat me different. And even when he said to Moses, take off your shoes, stand bare feet, there was reason for it. Show humbleness. Because who were the ones who wore shoes in ancient times? Were the rich people. The average commoner, or the lower income people, or the poor people, didn't have shoes often to wear. It was the richer people. So you will take off your shoes. You will humble yourself in front of me and treat me different. I once heard an explanation said that in ancient times there wasn't any synthetic material, so shoes were obviously made from leather, the skin from dead animals. So the author of this piece thought that maybe the dead animal and the death and the leather from the dead animal might have played a role in purity and acceptance, whether Moses was pure wearing that or impure. I don't know if that really played a role. It's an interesting idea. But I think more than anything, God was saying to Moses, show me the necessary respect. That's important. And I want you to draw inspiration from the narrative in Exodus 3. You can never stand in the right relationship with God if you don't have reverence and awe for the Almighty. We live in a very strange time where a lot of people perceive the creator of heaven and earth, God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Trinity, as a friend, as a buddy in the sky, with very little respect. People who call themselves Christians, that are followers of Christ, irrelevant of their denomination and background, call themselves Christians, have very little awe and respect for God. Take inspiration from Moses. You will not come closer, and you will take off your shoes. You will be humble before me and show reverence. That's what he was saying to Moses. In your relationship, be humble and show reverence to God. Keep your eyes fixed on heaven.